Hey guys, Truetalk here, and today we got some more Black Lightning trailers to talk about. The first one dropped, I think, a couple days ago, and it was a really quick one, just basically showing him in a tuxedo suit, looking angry and like a light flickering. So that's kind of more indication or quick showing of what his powers are going to be like in the show. It's all good. I tweeted my first thoughts on that, so it's going to be included in the blog post that's going to be dropping the same time as this video. The second trailer just dropped this morning, and it was great. Great. So let's talk about it. First things first, just the indication of the first part of the trailer, we're getting indication of the timeline of events in this show and the history of Black Lightning. He has not used his powers in 9 years. And we also see him talking to his daughters about how dangerous the city is. Probably a continuation or more context of a theme that we've kind of seen before. Him talking about being protective of his daughters as a father would. The second thing we see is what I'm going to assume is a 100 gang member shoot someone who I'm going to guess is the mayor, pastor, or someone important in the city, and lots of citizens around shocked by what happened. Next thing we see that the 100 gang have Jefferson's daughters, both of them, hostage and at gunpoint, and at the motel that we've seen before. And we see Jefferson talking to Peter Gamby, who is his longtime friend and tailor, in quotation marks, talking about saving the city. He's like, Black Lightning said, I can't save the world. And Peter's like, you don't have to save the world, just save your part of it. Which is really cool, because it's kind of, you don't have to be, a giant superhero, save the world. Like, just protect your city. And this show is going to be, or I feel that this show is going to be very heavy, like, this is his city and he's protecting his city from, the 100 gang and everything, the harms that the citizens can go through. We, again, like I said before, we see that his daughters were held hostage by the 100 gang, and we see him take down the guy that had them hostage and basically save his daughters. And that's more context that we haven't seen before, of him in the motel kind of taking down all of these 100 gang people. It's to get to his daughters, which, again, he's very protective of his daughters, and that's what you're going to get if you mess with his daughters. We also see that there is some kind of dinner or gala or something at the school. I say that because there's lots of students in the picture with school uniforms on, kind of like what we see Jennifer wearing, with like the school crest and everything. And we see Black Lightning and his daughter Anissa, it also in the crowd in like a nice attire. And we see a lady talking to them about hope and, bringing hope back into the city. Also, just to go back really quickly to his daughters being held hostage, we see them, Anissa teaching, I guess, Jennifer's class, and we see that those, whatever outfits they are wearing in that scene is when they get taken, because we also see in that same scene or context a 100 gang member kind of come in and take the little sister. So assuming what happens is that the 100 gang member ends up taking both of them. Next thing we see is Jefferson in his tux, kind of taking down people. And so what I'm going to say, or what I expect to happen, is something's going to happen at that gala, and it's going to cause him to kind of get back into it to save people, because otherwise people would have gotten hurt. But he doesn't have a suit on, so he needs to, I guess later on after this, he's going to go to Peter Gamby to get, a new suit so that he can protect his identity. We also see that him walking around in the suit and people kind of getting excited that he's back. So that's kind of the history of the town. You know, he was here before and he hasn't been here for 9 years. And people are excited to see him come back. And at the very end, we also see him again talking to his wife. Kind of just more context of that scene. Him talking to his wife about, you know, being Black Lightning again. And, you know, saving people, or, you know, being the principal versus being Black Lightning, how, like, and saving the city. So, that's all I have about this trailer. You guys should watch it. My blog post will be linked in the description. I'm really excited for this show, as you can probably tell. And as always, guys, Merry Christmas, and let's talk.